EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Following the interception, Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Panthers at 5-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the all-pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing, Young. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on third down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Lance and company going on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Young. Complete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Ready?
Young. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. Past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And they'll try the action on 1st and goal.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Lance, he's going to change the play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Come on.
2nd and 6.
Ready, ready.
To throw, Young. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
Let's go.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Shot. 17. Blue, go.
Shark the motion man right.
Drill green. Set.
Young on 3rd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Set, cut. 6. Mega. Ready.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another 1st down on a gain of 12.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Yellow. Zoom. Set.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On the ready.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Set, go.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap, and Look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Young off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Young on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try to find a way to take the ball away from them?
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Let's go.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready?
Now Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions?
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Fight 60. Blast it. 6. Steal. Blast. Hut.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a first down throw for Young. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Striker. 3-3. Set.
Young now. And this is going to be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Here we go.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Blue striker. Ready.
They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Black shot.
To the air once more, Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Ready.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Set. Cut.
Young working out of the gun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And that's complete to Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Okay.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Spike. White. Set. Go.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he will take it across for the Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Now Lance throwing on second down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A final shot before half for Lance. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Dante Jackson picks it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Young.
Again, that's Hurst.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
A give to Pollard running left.
And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
From midfield, here's Lance. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
And they'll go for it. Lance able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Lance looking to throw it.
And that is incomplete here.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Flushed out right.
Out right, he finds Tolbert.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
His third rushing touchdown on the year and fourth overall. And the Cowboys are back within a score.
What we just saw there is definitely what the 49ers saw in him when they swung that big deal to move up to number 3 in the draft in 2021. He did run for 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns in his one full season in 2019 at North Dakota State.
Now the extra point.
I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Drill green. Yellow.
In
go.
motion left, that's Thielen.
6, 7. 10.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Ready.
To throw, Young.
That is caught.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
On the jet sweep, this is Mingo.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Dorrance Armstrong in on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Set.
2nd and 5.
Set. Cut.
Young will set to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Set.
Now here's Young. Here's a diving catch right side. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. It's Young on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Young. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
A quarterback draw. Here's Young. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
10 seconds.
Cowboys 4-yard line.
Ready.
Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Blaster. 6. Hut, hut.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Line. Set.
Young off the play fake. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On the double.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Sanders toss left side. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
5. 97.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And quickly, they get to the line. Young on 3rd down. And Sanders has got it complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hut, go. Set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Ready, ready. Set, go.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Now he's loose up the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
All came together for the offense on that one. A short throw that turned into a nice pickup. Big-time yardage downfield, and as a defender, against that type of a route, you'd better take the proper angles. Otherwise, that's the end result. You give up a big chunk of yardage to the offense.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. Well, to be frank, CeeDee, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They come up now on 2nd and 2. He completes this one to Mingo. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Wait.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here now, 3rd down.
Ready.
Young to throw it. Able to find Thielen. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
22 needle. Set.
Going for it with Sanders. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out 1st downs.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Ready.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's
Now
go.
2nd and 4.
Black Ultra. Switch. Yellow.
Young to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's taken down, and that'll get him a little bit closer. Every yard at this point will help your field goal kicker out.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
They'll run with Sanders.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Sanders will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Got it.
3rd down and goal coming up here.
Rail. Yellow. Hey, red. Ready?
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close.
Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule? Coaches always talk about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he didn't knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll have the short